Hello, welcome back. Last time I did a partial mining operation, but did not quite have enough explosives to get all the way through the wall that I have to excavate. So I'm gonna have to try some different routes this time and figure out what it is that I was missing. My problems are just like right in this area where the key is, of course. Okay, so I tried going this way and was partially successful. I have to go this way no matter what, like this threshold has to be crossed here. Going in here seems worse. Alright, so the things that I tried, did I save a thing? I did. Let's watch what I did. So snake bug 1 blows up there. Regular bug blows up next. That's some effort. If I hold redo, I can fast forward faster than if I hold forward. Because undo and redo have that special double speed repeat after a moment behavior. Also applies here. So, 2 regular bugs, continue that excavation. Then I switch to a snake bug. I'll bet I could have done that earlier for this. No, that wouldn't make sense. Yeah, so I went all the way to the door, which I will eventually need to do, but not immediately. Then I started trying to figure out how I'm getting to that key. Going in there makes some sense, and that was as far as that replay went. Okay. Okay. And yeah, so I hadn't used the statue bug. My theory with that is it needs to cross one of these diagonals to blow up, like, here. If this is gone and there's a clear path in there, and the statue is here. Okay, so let's try that in isolation without worrying about other things. I need you to be in place. You can come down there, you're gonna get a little closer to me and be in the wrong spot. Okay. So I need you to come down a little farther away so you can reorient there. Okay. So now... Aha! I do spot something. I don't exactly love it, but I mean, I'll do it here. It's all just experimental. So, right, if I want to do this and live, I can, as long as I am able to walk away. No, that's not right, is it? Maybe it is. Okay. So now, let's go in here. Yeah, why couldn't I just do this? Easily. All I gotta do is pull you a little farther away so you get on the right axis, and yeah, no, that's fine. I don't need these for that job. Okay, now, but to get one here, this is the real issue. This spot, an explosion there is very hard or impossible to achieve. I think I did it with a statue bug the first time. No, I hadn't used that one. No, I just never blew that up, is what happened. Well, okay, let's do this one. That's fine. It's actually not because I have nowhere to go. Okay, so here is where I do require a non-flying bomb bug. Funny concept, I know. You come on up here, and over a little bit, and over there. Whoosh. So, but still, this spot. How do I get here? I need 2 more explosions in that area. Oh, I know a way. Check this out. There we go, explosion there. Now, I don't like what that did with my monster block. There'd be ways to avoid that, probably. Yeah. Let's not worry about it for now, so I can go here at least. So, still need an explosion there. That's the most impossible looking one. So it's probably that I'm not actually going in that way. Wait, hold on. That's not actually what's required here. Okay, now can I do the statue? Where I'd want to be for the statue is probably just generally over in this area. Oh yeah, easy manipulation. Now I needed this to be gone, I think. What if I... I'm too late. So I want that statue gone, right? I'm out of flying bomb bugs. Okay, so did I just waste that one? Wait, what did I do? Right, I wanted this gone. See, I have nowhere near enough explosions to... Well, actually, I'm only 1 off from getting to the door after this. But that was the issue before. I was 1 off from what I needed. Some of the... I think exploding this was unnecessary. It would let the statue through here, but I don't... Why would I need that? Yeah, can't I just time this better? I think I can just time this better. In fact, maybe I can still do something. Ah! This won't work quite like I want, will it? Not without that monster block. Maybe even with it. Okay, so let's pull this back out and... Alright, so let's look at if there's another way to do the task that I did there. If the monster block's not in here... I go all the way over here, that accomplishes nothing. If I bring you down this way, that accomplishes nothing additional, really. You're never gonna go horizontal in the place where I want you to. Yeah, I need specifically an obstacle right here. When did I blow... Okay, I blew that like that. That pretty much had to happen, didn't it? And that puts the puzzle in this state. Well, can I go farther down and do something? Or... yes, and also... something else is true, I think? So after this, I put that there, I bring you in, I get you in this column, then I get this out of the way, But now we're not in the right place with respect to each other. Okay, so if that hadn't been there... Can I instead do something with... No. Not quite. Horizontal here is really hard to achieve. I can do it with the monster block on the way in. But then monster block goes there, so I'd better be done with it. So if you have monster block work to do, do it before that. That's the lesson. Okay, so what monster block work do I have to do? What I want is for this statue to walk toward me. I need another explosion there still. How? Right, no, I'll do it from the outside. Okay, so let's try... exploding a couple of these. You there. Now, what specifically is the issue that I can't get in here? With my last two explosions, I'm gonna do things that don't seem efficient, just to check what's downstream of them. Now you, right, so now I have to sacrifice my monster block. Okay, this should let me touch the key, I think. If I put this in the appropriate place, it should be, I don't know, somewhere around... I can bring it way in here if I want. Here will do. Yeah, so this is what I was trying to make happen this whole time. Cool. Here is key. But I need 2 more explosions to do anything with it. So... let's save this as attempt 2. So that's the key. So now, let's look back at that, and where were the largest inefficiencies in that? Hang on, so before I do this... well, I can kind of tell where explosions went off, but I guess I should mark... yeah, let's mark all the places where explosions go off. Okay, so if I want to do this... can I mark while watching a replay? No. That kills the replay if I pause. Okay, well... too bad. Just not gonna get to... okay, well, you know what? That's fine. I'll do it one at a time. It was here. Okay, so that's the first one. And I mean, I can tell that I explode there, and here, and here, and here. Then there was one there. And I did a couple of more. That's one. I did another there. This is very confusing. No, this is not the menu I want. It's very confusing and it's my fault. I exploded there? Why? So I could break this. Okay, so that's a very wasteful looking one. Don't like that one at all. Alright, where else? There, yes, as expected. As expected. As expected. As expected. Whoop. here. Okay, there's one spot. It's not currently marked. I can remember that one. And another one. Okay, so those two. Then the last expected spot. Yes, okay. And then there. Okay. Nope. Here. Here. And here. So now with those marks placed, I can go back to the initial room state. I had no reason to remove this, except that I needed to access some cracked walls. So I think I need to do something with basically like... some of these are wastes. I need to save 2 out of these 4. Okay, so first of all, exploding here, well that's to destroy this and that's important. I need both of these gone. Because I need to step north to lure the statue out, although actually there's another way. Maybe. Well, it depends. I need to be in here with the statue poised to go through this diagonal in my current idea of a solution. Let's, without worrying about too much of what's ahead, let's try just rerouting this a little bit. Whoa. Okay, so here's a place where I can multitask better than I was before. So this alone improves things, because that gets both of those two at the same time. Then I can explode here, which was a place I had exploded before, but I think it is a good idea. Wait, I'm doing it where? Here. Yes, that's doable. If I go a little further away before starting that part. Now, I'm not going to get the statue to just calmly sit here while I'm all the way in there. It couldn't cross this whole deal. So that's the problem with doing things this way. But what if it's kinda up here and like... there's a bomb bug there, I lure it away. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, no, that's no good. This is why I was exploding things here, so I can get the statue to a place where I can be here and just kind of wiggle it into place. What if I exploded here? That's not the worst, but I think that still puts me one short of my budget. Or, well, one over my budget, I guess. I'm using the winged ones. Let's use a different one for this. Wah! Okay, you have to come up all the way up there in order to be able to be pushed this away. But having done that, then I can break these from both sides and have the statue wiggle that I need. Okay, well, let's see how this routes. Maybe it'll be fine. Oop, too many. So right here, I can just get you directly, nothing special needed if I do it, how was that? Like this, no. Didn't I have a way to do this? Yeah, if you're close to... Ooh, if you're close to me and I go, like... Like this. There we go. Okay. Now this requires an unwinged bug. I can use this space to pull you over. And it's okay to break this, by the way. Gonna have to push instead of pulling. Yeah. Now, I still need an explosion here, and I know exactly one way to get that, and it involves losing my monster block, so finish the work with that first. I still have 2 winged bombs. Yeah, and I'm gonna be at least 1 short. I think actually 2. Right, and I have to push to get in here instead of pulling. Right, I mean, you have to explode there at some point. So now I'm done with the monster block, I guess. Statue is ready. And I have 1 more... I'm not done with the monster block. But yeah, so if I had used it, I could have excavated here and been 1 short of the door, right? Let's just make sure all of that still seems true, and that I can do what I want to do here, because I'm not totally sure about it. Ooh. Well, that's just given me a real good idea. Doesn't give me another explosion, but it does let me keep the monster block. Hello, movable obstacle. Why don't I put you right here? Then do this. That's gonna summon the statue, which is okay, I'm ready for it. Okay. So that works as intended. Good. Now, I've put this in the way. I need to have excavated 2 more here first. And I don't actually need the monster block. Okay, so this is attempt 3. Let's redo the marks. Can I just watch and remember? I'll attempt to. Okay, so number 1 was here. 14.5. 14.6. 13.7. Yes. 14.5. 14.6. 13.7. Oh, I just got an idea. It would specifically help me in this situation, but also just look pretty good in general. What if an explosion in the world would leave little scorch marks on the ground? Just a little, like, blackened overlay thing. Huh. That's an idea. I don't know if I want to do it, but it just occurred to me now. When I have different ground types doing different types of scorch marks, I could do that. That's not too hard. A few bonus graphical assets. I will think about that. Alright, so that's 8-7. Maybe I could do without that one somehow. Maybe. That was... the intuitive ones. So 8-7... And is everything else just where it obviously has to go? think so. Yeah, okay. Everything else just where it obviously has to go. Plus 8, 7. So it has to go there, has to go there, has to go here, not on the switch. Has to go here, has to go here, not on the ferret. Can't mark myself. Okay, and that's one short, right? So do I have the number of marks that is that is equal to the number of bombs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, what did I miss? So somewhere in here, I exploded somewhere that's not marked? Watch for unmarked explosions. Those are all marked so far. I didn't explode twice on a mark, did I? That would be silly. Ah, I had an unmarked one there where the statue actually goes, of course. Yeah, okay. Right. So here, not in the rubble. Okay, so if those are my explosions, to optimize for this, so the pathing I need, so watch the statue then. I'd love to get rid of this one. Can I ditch one of these? I can't break this without exploding something in this area. Yeah, so those two got broken, the cracked walls that were there. See, they leave remnants of themselves. It really seems to me like I specifically need you right here. Hang on, so if this wasn't exploded, and you were approaching from up there somehow, how would that happen though? No, I think using this space feels like it makes the most sense of anything like that. Because it just positions me so perfectly for this action. Okay, so among these other explosions, not a single one of these can be saved. All of those must happen, and I need one more. You're useful for getting the statue into place, but maybe there's another way. If I could dig a vertical tunnel in here? But I still need this destroyed and that destroyed for what I'm doing to work. I could just be on the wrong route here, that's entirely possible. But there's no way really to tell whether that's the case or if I'm very close and really need to persist here. So for now, I'm taking the approach of persisting. This is moderately interesting. For the wiggle potential with a statue to come in... No, I don't want that. No, this is a very bad one to destroy. Never do that. You stay forever. So yeah, if I could get you coming from this diagonal at the right time... Don't know how I'd do that, but if I could, then I wouldn't need this gone. So this explosion wouldn't have to have gone off. There's no way I'm... Okay, so kind of the crux of the issue here is just the explosion's way in here close to the key. And the tightness of the passage that I have to go through to get in there. There's just nobody else who knows how to round that corner in a way that works. Like, it has to be statue diagonal stepping. Pretty sure that's the only way anything explodes close to the key. But so then... So I'm going on the outside to mine this out, and on the other outside to mine this out. Yeah, so this is the second hardest explosion. This is the hardest one. Are there other ways to do this? There is also the theory of... if I could bring a bomb bug in here. Oh, here's something I hadn't considered. A bomb bug could explode, both destroying statues and killing a flying snake, thereby dropping a bomb bug in a place that's out of my priming range. Okay, hang on, let me play with that just a little bit. Make sure I'm not talking nonsense. So if two were here, not 7. Why did you move south? Oh, you were flown south. With adjusted spacing, is that any better? Yeah, here we go. So I got another grounded bomb bug in sort of a place of my choosing. And I could maybe use that to deposit one right here? When I mine what? Or could it be like... oh. Instead of doing that, what I should do is this. No, I want to watch. So the idea of this explosion right here, killing a flying snake, holding a bomb bug in this column, no chance. Not going to happen. Later ones, also no good. Okay. Well, alright, I've mapped out something that's close to what I want to do. I guess that was today's work on the mining operation. Gonna have to put in another shift on it. There's plenty to look at here. Maybe next time I should try a radically different approach? Just to see if there's anything that looks like it is more promising than this. This still looks pretty promising, though. It feels like I'm close to what it is that I'm meant to do here. It's just that, like, this little corner and all of that business is not quite right yet. But I should look a little bit farther away just to see if there's anything big I'm missing from, like... Yeah, this is theoretically a viable path, but I think it's just... doesn't make any sense. But since it looks like it doesn't make any sense, I haven't looked at it to see if somehow there is something sensible about it. Okay, so, cool. Got some progress on this. Next time, hopefully more.